Welcome to the series on understanding the NAS English Workbook. Let's learn about the final skill in our series, Reading Comprehension. Reading Comprehension is the fourth element covered in each level across learning levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. Reading comprehension is the ability to understand, interpret, and analyze what we read. Learners who can do this can easily make connections through ideas in a text, drawing inferences from important details in a text, and engaging with the text through their own reflections. With a strong foundation in sound recognition or phonemic awareness, letter and word recognition or phonics, and reading fluency, students are now well equipped to achieve reading comprehension. This is like putting a strong roof on our house, completing the structure and making it a beautiful home. Let's see how we can build on reading comprehension through the learning exercises given in the Grade 5 NAS English Workbook. In Level 1 of Reading Comprehension, we will look at recognizing fact statements. The activities in this section are meant to help learners use picture stories to identify important details, recognize them as facts in the story, and apply this understanding of retrieving facts to reading passages. In Level 2 of Reading Comprehension, we will look at picture story creation, where learners will look through picture sequences and use simple steps that identify important details in the story that help them arrive at the main idea of the story. Learners will practice applying these steps to passages, working on drawing important details and identifying the main idea of the passage through them. In Level 3 of Reading Comprehension, we will look at naming words and action words. Activities in this section will help learners identify naming words and action words, categorize them, and learn how to put them together in order to create an event in a narrative. Learners will understand how events in a narrative are constructed by practicing this formula and then apply it to reading a passage and recognizing and comprehending events that make up the narrative in the passage. Learners will also practice completing events in a story, along with sequencing of events in a story in this section. Finally, in Level 4 of Reading Comprehension, we will look at drawing of inference and meaning making. In this section, we will enable learners to understand how to look at details given in a statement from a story or passage by first analyzing clues in a picture, recalling facts by drawing on details in the picture, and analyzing them within the context of the question to arrive at the right conclusion. Through this, learners will understand the technique of picking important sentence clues to retrieve important information. And this skill will be reinforced by helping learners practice the technique on many different types of sentences in different contexts and situations. The exercises will increase in level of complexity till learners are able to retrieve information without the help of picture cues and examples using context clues provided in the sentence. Let's see how reading comprehension is achieved through the learning exercises given in the Grade 8 NAS English Workbook. In Level 1 and 2 of Reading Comprehension, we will look at recognizing fact statements through first helping learners draw simple details from excerpts of a poem and segregating these details into subject, verbs, and objects in order to help them understand the different categories of information that can be retrieved from a text. Then, learners will move into analyzing larger texts such as excerpts from passages and learn simple formulas to identify different categories of details within these texts to retrieve crucial information. Learners will practice applying the formula with story passages and use reflective questions to engage with the text. In Level 3 of Reading Comprehension, we will look at summarizing the text. Here, learners will be given picture cues to help them understand characters, events, and plot in a story. As these are higher level learners, they will independently attempt to bring these elements together to form storylines and then be given reflective questions to understand how the basic structure of the story is formed. Learners will then apply this understanding to story passages and retrieve the main details from the story using the structure that they have been introduced to in order to arrive at effective summaries. And finally, in Level 4 of Reading Comprehension, we will look at drawing of inferences. Learners will begin with exercises that draws on basic inferences using simple picture cues. These picture cues will increase in complexity, first with examples given to help learners understand how to draw these inferences, and then helping them practice making these inferences on their own. Learners will then be given exercises to learn how to provide reasoning for their conclusions by drawing on observable facts. Learners will also revise fact and opinion statements by drawing distinctions between different types of fact and opinion statements in order to strengthen their skill of drawing inference and reasoning. Through all these exercises, we have been able to build on the 4 important reading comprehension elements in our learners. Let's learn how these skills can help our learners do more.